Hey guys, Alex Khan here, and I want to show off these very unique action figures, and they are from NECA's Predator line. And these action figures have the distinction of not being based on any Predator comics, video games, or any of the movies. These action figures come from a fan film called Batman Dead End, which I believe was made in 2003, and that was directed and written by Sandy Collera. And he basically made this fanfic Batman movie as a portfolio for his directing abilities. But he got really into it. He pumped thousands of dollars into this little fan film. Now, what's very interesting about Sandy Collera is he actually worked on Predator 2. He did a lot of concept designs for that movie. And some of those designs didn't make it into the movie. So what we have here, these three action figures, these were concept designs that he made for Predator 2, but because it didn't get made, he's like, hey, I'm making this fanfic, why not put these guys in my Batman film? And you know what, why not? So just to label them really quick, this really pale one right here, that is known as Albino, the Albino Predator. And over on this side, we have the Wasp Predator. And right here in the middle is the clan leader. That's known as Big Red. So let's go ahead and talk about each one here. Let's start with Albino here. Now, Albino has a very unique paint scheme. If you look at his complexion, he looks kind of like ice cream with caramel and chocolate syrup drizzled all over his vanilla face. But it's a very unique design. Now, in the movie, or in the fanfic, he actually had a mask on. But I have no problem with this, having him unmasked, even though it differs from the fanfic, or from the fan movie, because Sandy Collera actually had concept art for this guy unmasked and masked. So I think this is pretty faithful to the original design by Sandy. And something to note, he does not have a plasma caster. Actually, none of these guys do. Now, according to the bios on this clan, these guys shun, some of that modern Predator technology. So they're a bit more old school, and I guess they have a bit more honor, which is reflected by their leader's samurai motif. But let's look at this guy now, Wasp Predator. So as you can see, no plasma caster. All these guys do have the wrist blades though. Now, this guy's very cool. If you look at his staff, at the very end of it, he's got a xenomorph head on it. And it looks kind of like a halberd. I don't know if you can see from the side here. It's kind of like a halberd, but he just impaled, as I said, a xenomorph's head into it. Now, in the fan movie, this guy was unmasked. But I'm assuming, I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming the mask design is based on concept art by Sandy Collera. And honestly, out of this trio, this is probably my favorite looking one. I love that yellow and black color scheme, and I love his the color scheme on his mask especially. And right here in the middle, this is the clan leader. This guy is very hard to find, and when you do find him, like anywhere, like eBay or Amazon, wherever, he's usually very, very, very expensive. So this guy, as you can see, he's rocking out these katanas, or these Japanese swords. The other one's not called a katana, and he does actually have this these scabbards for the blades, but I couldn't attach it to his side there. So you can kind of see his blades. Very cool. But this guy apparently respected samurai culture, so he adopted a lot of the armor themes to his own theme there. So very, very cool looking guy, and he is actually faithful to what you see in the fan movie. Now, what's very interesting about this is the people at NECA, they really liked the Big Red design. So just for themselves, they actually made an action figure for themselves. But eventually, they got the bright idea and said, hey, why don't we just try selling this? So they were contacting several people back and forth. Eventually, they had to contact Sandy Collera, and they asked him, hey, do you mind if we make an action figure for Big Red? Sandy was pretty he's pretty flabbergasted by it, but he insisted on sculpting the action figure. But what he didn't know is they had already made it. So they had this really very faithful design ready to go, and they already had, you know, the models, I guess, apparently built already. And Sandy himself was pretty impressed by how accurate it was to his designs. So that's a pretty cool thing. So yeah, I really do like these action figures, especially when they're seen together. Now, in the little fan movie, you don't really see him that much, because what this movie is about, it's basically Batman versus Joker, and then a xenomorph steps in, and then when a predator tries to attack the xenomorph, Batman gets really suspicious and he attacks the predator. So the predator and the Batman, they trade blows, and it looks like Batman's about to finish off the predator, and that's when these three guys pop up. But if this guy's really honorable, I don't think he would punish Batman for beating one of his own in a fair fight, just like what you see in Predator 2. If it's a fair fight, they're probably going to honor him, especially this guy who honors samurai culture. Something I want to point out, these two guys that I got, Big Red and Wasp, they were both used, but Albino, I got him brand new. Well, by brand new, I mean from whenever he was released. Oh yeah, he was released in 2013. He was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. But here's the problem. If you look on his behind his left arm by his I guess his triceps, he's got this little piping that connects the armor piece to his gauntlet here. It came out at some point. I don't know when. I guess maybe when I was unpackaging him, or maybe it was already undone before then. I don't know. But Wasp also has the same thing on his, but his is still intact, which is interesting because he is used, as I said. So let me try to stand this back up here for a second so I can talk about him again. Come on. That staff is so heavy that he wields with a xenomorph head. Okay, so yeah, that's what I want to show. I want to show you my Batman Dead End Predator action figures. Oh, I guess it should be also noted that Big Red came with the Series 7 Predators, and Wasp here came with Series 11. And as I said, this guy, Albino, he came to San Diego Comic-Con 2013. So what do you guys think of these action figures? Some people are really adamant about trying to get Big Red. As I said, he's pretty expensive, but when you get him, he's pretty cool. Yeah, I just wish I could get this thing to stay right here. It just keeps falling off. But that's okay. He's comfortable fighting anyway, because, you know, that's the mentality of a samurai. So leave your comments. Let me know what you guys think about these guys.